Harrogate Railway Chairman, Mick after tonight's game against Worksop Town. Sadly it was a 2-0 defeat, but a very good performance. Thank you for joining us, Mick, today. Just wanted to get your thoughts.
My pleasure.
Just wanted to get your thoughts on the season so far. How do you think it's panning out? And yeah.
Well, when I first took over, I wanted to create more of a local type of club. The local players, our budget was zero. So we sat down and we thought we'd go local, and it worked well. The results aren't what we wanted, of course, but the club, because when I became chairman, the club was, we didn't have a lot of money, so my main thing was to get the club going first, and then the football. And if the club goes right, the football goes right. If the football goes right, the club goes right. And this is why we have had some good success in the past. But most clubs can't keep it going, so this is our bad time at the moment. So hopefully we can rebuild from the way we want to start the season, and we can keep going as we are, really. And hopefully, from a personal point of view, I'd love to stay in this league because there's more local derbies, so we get better crowds. Last season we were pulling crowds in, so it was costing us nearly every game. Whereas this season we're in profit, so that's how we're starting to build it as a club. If you get profit from the gates, pay the referees and linesmen, and then we have a bit left over. The club's taking it, doing well. We've got a rugby side now as well, with Harrogate Pythons. They've merged with us as such, so that's a good thing for the club, because their culture is completely different to football culture. They will stop and have 3 or 4 pints, 5 pints, whereas the footballers have a Coke, a sandwich and go. So that's also, but then from my days, our culture was the same as rugby, but it's like everything, it all changes, so that's all gone. So we've got to build on what's best for the club. But the football, I'm really pleased with what Craig and Simon and all the coaches are doing. The players are giving 100%. Hopefully they do enjoy playing for the club because we do what we can for them. We make it life as easy as we can for them, and it's just the way it is, and that's why I love it, really.
I mean, obviously at this level of football it's not uncommon to have obviously your off-field difficulties as well as on-field, and obviously you're not where you're at, you're not where you want to be at the minute. Hopefully this club can be back.
Well, my aim is to play in the highest grade of football that we can afford and sustain to be in. At half time I was talking to the Worktop committee, and they had to say, they're slightly different because they get bigger crowds, so they've got a bit more money. But they're looking to do what we're doing, like creating more local players. And that's what I would love. We've got a second team now, which was our under-18 team last year, so they're playing the local league. Next season we hope we can get into the West Yorkshire League and have a team in the Harrogate League, the West Yorkshire League, and in the North Eastern Counties Premier. And if that can work for me, then this season would have been a success, and then that's something to build on for next season. So hopefully we can just keep going and stay in this league, fingers crossed. But it will be a big challenge, big challenge.
So you're hoping to be also becoming like maybe a community club? You want to work in the Harrogate, obviously speaking about Harrogate Town and whatever, but you want people to recognise that although Harrogate Town are a little bit higher than yourselves, you want them to recognise that there are 2 teams in Harrogate?
Yes, and there always has been, because we have been, we've had the FA Cup runs, which Town haven't as such really, for us that are a big income earner for us. But as for community, we have Askham Bryan, which is a college in York. They come and use this 4 days a week. That's to help people who've fallen hard times, get them into work, get them interviews, and they all come here 4 days a week through the day. We have the Princess Trust for 5 days a week. So the clubhouse is being used for things like that. Henshaw's College, which is for the blind, and they use this as well through the day. So we try our best, and when you've got a club like this, you need to use it through the day as well as just for football. And I think most clubs really, they all struggle with volunteers. Where will the volunteers be in another 10 years' time? Whichever club you go to, there will be of an age. I'm 61, so is there many younger volunteers out there for many of the teams? Whoever we play against, they all say, you know, how many volunteers have you got? And it's always the same. And if you miss if 2 or 3 out of the game, like today, you know, I go behind the canteen because there's nobody else.
It makes a big difference.
Big difference. If you've got 10, 15 volunteers, you know, your quid's in really, because they're there to help. Got the club at heart, and you know, you can't knock them people, because that's our standard of football, the community. That's what we try and aim for them to come down and enjoy it. You know, and they do. You know, the people. There's our club secretary, Shep, if you've met Shep, he's been here years. You know, there's Jules in there. Now she does all the food for us. You know, this is all done. She's just made a pasta, whatever it is, just in the kitchen while the game's been on. And then when she's got that done, she goes into the canteen. You know, at half time. So they're the people, you know, we tried to attract. But it's hard to get to.
They're the people you want to also keep as well.
That's right. That's right. You know, you go to one club today, this season, next season the same ones, next season the same ones, and then the 3rd or 4th season, no, where's he gone? Because there's nobody else coming there. And this is where every club will struggle. You know, money is the evil of this standard of football, really. If no one paid, everybody just wanted to play for the club. It never happened. I had to say it will, you know, because everybody has different hopes and aspirations, what they want. Whereas I want to keep in a standard of good football and afford it. You know, because it's no use just getting somebody who will come in and put 100,000 in and then go 2 seasons, and then you haven't gained anything, have you? Because once they stop putting money in, you've got nothing. And then that is, you know, how can you start a club again? So this is why we're trying to build this as we are. So that's my views on
sounds like you're doing an absolutely fantastic job, and you know, I hope it goes really well for you. I mean, I don't know if you could pick any because there's so many, but what are your like off-field highlights? Have you got any is there any, you know, like Rose in the tea hut, you know, is there any off-field highlight?
They're all just...
What makes it for you?
Well, Steve the groundsman, you know, he puts hours and hours in. I mean, he does get paid, you know, a little bit just because to help him for his hours. He puts 100 hours in, you know. If you had to pay him actually what he deserves, you couldn't afford it. And this is why volunteers are so vital, because, you know, getting the ground done, you know, the lads get there, you know, for away games, they will set off at 11, 12 o'clock, so they're there before the players. They put the kits out, everything there, then they collect them. Then Dennis will come on Sunday morning, put them into the washing machine, and does the washing on Sunday morning. So then the kits hang out. And this is why, because we can't afford the laundry bill, so we do it ourselves. It's cheaper to get a washing machine and do that. So, you know, it's everything that happens with volunteers in a club like this is what you see. You know, we've got Angela behind the bar. She's come and volunteered today to work behind because Dennis does a raffle and everything else, and he puts the kits out. So, you know, to be with Dennis, she's come behind the bar tonight. And this is what makes clubs like this. And every club's the same. You know, you go to Staveley or anywhere like that. It's the volunteers that make it because they love it. And then you can feed off that. Yeah. And as a chairman, that's what you want.
Definitely.
Yeah. So it's everything, you know, that we can do to make it an enjoyable experience for them on a Saturday or a Wednesday. And it isn't just on a Saturday or Wednesday because there's other things involved through the week. Yeah. And if you paid everybody who did their hours, they'd have a full-time job, wouldn't they? Because that's what they commit to do. As a volunteer, is a full-time job.
It is. Yeah.
Thankfully, they do it as volunteers.
Absolutely. Well, you know, I mean, what are some of the off-field difficulties that you face being chairman of Harrogate Railway?
Sponsorship. That is the biggest problem we have. If we could get more sponsors, the club would improve so much. But when, you know, we're fighting with Harrogate Town with sponsors, because of course, you know, good standard of football, they're on TV, whereas we're Harrogate Railway, we've always been the sort of the poor relationship to them all. But if we could get someone who I don't mean thousands, I mean if you could get 200 sponsors for £300, that would make us sort of so much better as a club. And it wouldn't just go on players, it would go to build the club as it is. You know, it goes on the ground needs more. But we haven't got the money. So this is why in sponsor we can give them whatever they want. You know, they can come, have food at half time, anything like that. We would love people in Harrogate to come and sponsor us. We do have good sponsors. We have Gravies, which is a fish and chip shop. They do really well. We have a lot of the restaurants in Harrogate. They help us out. You know, the William and Vic's, which is quite a nice restaurant in Harrogate, they sponsor us. And you know, they're the type of people we want. But I know the situation for everybody is the same. And, you know, it isn't the right good time to go and ask for somebody to get £500 or something like that to come and sponsor a club when their business isn't doing well with everything that's going on. But even if they just come down and help out, it would be really good. But sponsors, for a club like us, for most grassroots club, if you could get a good sponsor, or maybe 20 sponsors, that would help so much. That's what I would like to see here, is a few more sponsors. I mean, we can do whatever we want. You know, if they want 10 people at half time to come have a sandwich with us, watch the game, come and have a couple of bites, that's fine. Because we are a good community club. Good set of lads will come in and they'll enjoy it. So if anybody's out there and they want to sponsor Harrogate Railway, please do. Much appreciated. Thank you very much.
How do you go about getting the community involved with Harrogate Railway? How do you get people across the street from Harrogate Railway coming into this club? How do you go about that?
Years ago, it was a really well supported club. You know, this club would have been open 7 days a week. But as things have got harder for everybody, and the whole, you know, society of local football, the youngsters don't play football anymore. When I played, as I said, there were 6 leagues on a Saturday and 6 leagues on a Sunday. There's 2 leagues on a Saturday, which have only got local, you know, Harrogate League, with 10 teams in each, and there's no Sunday football. So that is a problem, because the young ones now, they don't get involved with football. And if they do, once they get to 15, 16, they don't go kick on. They don't kick on like we used to kick on, because, you know, we had a reserve side to play for them, and then hopefully get to the first team. So our aim is to make it more we could. You know, we had a fireworks display, and we were like nearly 2,000 here, and they were all local people. And our aim this year is to have maybe another 4 or 5 functions that they can come and use. We've just started a scooter club, and they're wanting a function. So we are trying to, every walk of life, or whichever one has different, what they as a passion has, like scooters. Scooter lads have got a big passion for theirs. So we said, come here and have a scooter club here. So, you know, they've had a meeting here, and now they're going to have another meeting, and this is how we're going to build. So that's what we do. We do things like that, and functions. You know, we've got nearly a function every Saturday, Friday. We have race nights for other people. There's one on Friday for tailors, which is tailors at Yorkshire Tea and all that. They're having the race night here. So things like that. Morrison's have their Christmas do it. You know, so this is what we try to do with them. Starbuck School, they have their FOS, which is Friends of Starbuck School. They have the quiz nights here. So they're using this, you know, and everything like that. And that's what with the fireworks, we shared that. We went 50-50 with the Starbuck School. So they had helpers, and they promoted it as well as we did. And it was fantastic. There were all kids here, and that was Starbuck School. So now, you know, we've got a relationship with them now. So that's how we're trying to get them involved. But it is hard because of the nature of people out there now. We've got so much more things to do. Whereas we just went an hour of football, cricket, nothing else. And that was our lives. Whereas now, everybody goes to restaurants for evening meal, for the tea. Oh, let's go out and have something to eat. So they don't come out and kick a ball. They go and have something to eat, and then they want to PlayStation. Yeah. And this is why it's hard. For every club, not just Railway, but every club who tries to go into the community to get the people here. But hopefully, another 2 years, we could be successful. And that's what I want.
So then, Mick, what would be your message to the local people around Harrogate and in Harrogate?
Come and watch Harrogate Railway, enjoy yourselves, use the facilities we've got, lets us really become a good community club. And if you want the functions, just give us a call, the phone number's out there, and we will try and provide what the community want. And that's all I can say really, just come and try us, and come and watch us, come and support the lads.
Absolutely, a fantastic interview. you know, I wish you all the best for the season, and you know, I wish Harrogate all the best. Yeah, I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for this interview.
No, hopefully we're still in this league next season. You come down and do it again. Yeah. And ask us how we've gone on from last season.
Absolutely,
So,
brilliant. Thank you.
And we'll say that.
Absolutely.